Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bakken Field, St. Paul, Minnesota for Women's Football Alliance football. Today we've got the Nebraska Pride coming into town to take on the hometown Minnesota Minx. I'm Johnny Stocker here with HCTV, and we're going to have we've had the meeting at the 50-yard line, coin flip, and we're going to get ready to play ball in a few minutes here as the Minks take the field. Their first year in Division III. Here's the standings for a Division III Midwest. You can see the Minks in there at 1-2. Won their first ever game against the Cedar Raptors week 1, and then have had 2 straight losses against Division II teams since then. And here come the players to the 50-yard line. We were going to have our coin flip now, and we'll get some football going here. Beautiful. Here's Division II American standings. You can see the Nebraska Pride 2-0 have been extremely impressive in their 2 games so far, racking up 2 blowout wins. So it should be a good test for the Minks today. So players coming out and meeting at the 50-yard line. Get the official coin flip here. Get a picture of one of our refs there. We've got our refs today. Tyler Down is the head referee. You can get a look at him right now. Umpire is going to be Bo Thielen today. Our head line judge is Steve Thielen. Line judge Jason Opsahl, and the back judge Aaron Gothman. So 5 officials out on the field to call this game this afternoon. Very nice field turf stadium here at Harding High School, playing today's game. Perfect conditions, nice warm afternoon in the low 80s today, so shouldn't have any weather-related problems.
Once again, please welcome. That's why I do. We're going to toss Mary Jarvis.
And with coin flip, refs taking instructions.
Could you find me the website
So it looks like Minnesota is going to be receiving the opening kickoff.
Can you check if your settings don't flip twice?
All right, so Minnesota will receive to get things going here. Get the ball first. 15 minutes. Those of you new to WFA football, 15-minute quarters. Rules very similar to college. When a player is down, they are down without contact. Once any part of the body other than the hands or feet touch the ground. There we got Grant Palmer. Get a look at the Minx head coach there. Heading out to the 50-yard line, have a chat with the referees out there. And you can kind of see across the field, Coach Palmer having a talk with Nancy Javot Major over there, is the head coach of the Nebraska Pride. Oh, here we go. Here's the Nebraska Pride schedule. As you can see, 2 very impressive wins. 77-2 and 62-0 over the Sioux Falls, I believe that would be Snow Leopards, and the Iowa Phoenix. So very impressive both offensively and defensively. As we get ready to line up for kickoff here. Back deep for the Minks, 15 and 21. That's Miranda Krogstead and Anthena Hurd back deep. Kicking off for the Pride, it's going to be number 0, MJ Winterer, to get things going here.
She's number 0.
All right, number 0 lined up to kick, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Ball received at about the 25-yard line. Taken up to the 35, where she will be swarmed under by a herd of tacklers on the return. So Minx will start out 1st and 10 from about the 33-yard line. As we can get a look at Nebraska's defense on the field. And Minx offense getting lined up. They will be led by number 8. Or number 9, that is Madison Hahn, excuse me. Handoff up the middle, not much going there. That'll be 27, Brittany Tricarico. Runs for no gain, 2nd and 10. Pistol formation, 2 wide. Running back in the backfield. Handoff to Trick again. Cutting to the left and a couple yards, but a flag is thrown from behind the line. That'll be the umpire back there. Saw something. We'll get down there for the signal. And Minnesota walking backwards, looked like it's going to be against them. And it'll be a holding call. So back them up 10 yards, 2nd and 20. So Minx backed up 2nd and 20 now from about the 23-yard line. Pistol formation again, 2 wide. Handoff once again up the middle, and not much going there as Trick will be thrown for a loss of about 2 or 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Minx. Right about the 20-yard line.
Right now, they're in that kind of weird area where most of the stuff's on their side. Once you kind of get in midfield,
Minx out of the huddle again in a pistol formation, 3rd and long.
you're ready for a pass.
Back to pass over the middle and incomplete, 4th down. Pass was intended for 34. That was Madeline Emanuel. It fails to click. So the Minx take a penalty and go 3 and out on their first drive and will be forced to punt. As we get another look there, it looks like Emanuel didn't quite get all the way turned around for that one, and pass falls incomplete.
So 3, you can get the punter, 1 get the return. 1 get the return, 1 quick. Ian.
So into punt. That's a high snap. That's going to get over the head of the punter, number 33, and it's going to bounce out of the end zone. That is going to be a safety. So snap too high for Mel Hopkins, and that's going to go out of the end zone, and Nebraska is going to jump out to a 2-0 lead. Minks will take a free kick. After that, just high snap there over the punter's head. Almost recovered for a touchdown there by Nebraska, but bobbled out of the end zone. Kind of a bit of a lucky break there for the Minks, not giving up a touchdown right away on that play, as the ball was loose in the end zone. So Minks, standing at the 20-yard line, will take a free kick. It's going to be 33 Hopkins again, who will kick it away to the Nebraska Pride. Already got a quick stop and a safety to start things out here.
Kicker, please. No, it's the girl in the middle. She has the ball. She's a little farther back. That's a new shot right there.
And free kick is away. First quarter here. We don't have a timestamp on the screen, so I'll try to keep you updated on the time as best I can. 1st and 10 here from about the 33-yard line. Pitch to the left. That's going to be number 10 right again. Sweeping to the left. Has a lot of open field, and she is down to the 10, the 5, and in for a touchdown. 33-yard run on the first play for the Pride, and Minks have a player down at about the 30-yard line. We'll get a look at her. Hopefully all right. So one play, one touchdown, and the Pride out to a quick 8-0 lead here. As you can see, pretty much untouched down the left sideline for that is, again, number 10, Tiffany Wright, the leading rusher for the Pride this year, averaging a very impressive 9.7 yards a carry, 30 carries for 292 yards, and that is her 5th touchdown of the season, as the trainers are on the field to attend to the downed Minx player at about the 30-yard line, and it looks like she's going to be all right there. That is 46 Leah Moan, and up and to the sidelines.
Okay, 3, you'll give me kicker holder. 33, 1 year wide, or 1 year wide.
So it'll be number 0, MJ Winter, to attempt the extra point. 15, Nicole Skolnick is the holder. Snap is low, kick is up, and that is through for an extra point. So Nebraska adds the PAT and lead quickly at 9-0 with only 2.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here we'll get a replay of the touchdown. That's, again, number 10, Tiffany Wright, taking that sweep off to the left and just finds that sideline. Good, just a escort of blockers all the way down and untouched for 33 yards to the goal. So MJ Winter lining up again, once again, to kick off for the Pride. 2 deep for the Minx. It's going to be 21 Anthena Hurd and 15 Miranda Krogstead back again to receive. Kick is away, and actually misjudged and bounces over the head of 21 Krogstad, or that's actually Athena Hund, and down at about the 10-yard line. Ball just took a kind of a wicked hop on the field turf there, and about an extra 20 yards of field position lost for the Minks on that. So Minks will start it off deep, pinned inside their 20-yard line at about the 11, 1st and 10. Number 9, Madison Hahn, under center. Pistol formation. Handoff. And 27, that's a trick, cuts to the left and picks up a few yards there, up to about the 15-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Finds a little bit of a crease there and able to get some forward yardage. Minks need a little bit of that, get something positive going on offense after going backwards on their first possession and giving up a safety and then a very quick touchdown to Nebraska to put themselves in an early hole. Snap over the head of the quarterback, and that's going to be fallen on by Trick Rico for a loss of about 9 yards. So 3rd and long. Falling on about the 5-yard line, 3rd and about 16 to go. So another situation where trouble with the snap, and the Minks find themselves behind the sticks yet again. Third and long, drop back to pass, and in trouble, and going to go down for another safety as Madison Hahn sacked in the end zone. That's going to be number 6, Cheyenne Stambaugh Smith, getting in and getting that sack. Let's get another look at that play. High snap once again, but just breaking right through the middle, and not a chance for Hahn there. Taken down immediately. And second safety early in the game for Nebraska. They jump out to an 11-0 lead. So a bit of scoreboard jumbling going on here early. Unusual score with that 11 up on the board. Don't see that a heck of a lot in football. So once again, things go backwards for the Minks, and they end up getting safetied, and Nebraska is in control early here, 11-0. We'll get another free kick from 33, Mel Hopkins. Will kick away to number 10, Tiffany Wright, the star offensive player for the Pride. Just over 11 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. There's the free kick. It's going to be taken short by the up person. That is number 15. That is Nicole Skolnick. Will take it down to about the 32-yard line. So great field position for Nebraska, starting off once again, already up 11-0 early here, and have the Minks on the ropes in the early going. Nebraska has been extremely impressive in their first 2 games of the year, as we pointed out. You saw those scores earlier, those of you tuning in late. They've pretty much decimated their first 2 opponents. Shotgun formation with one running back behind. That is Tiffany Wright again. And a bit of an option there, and she's got some green. Cutting to the right and to the 10, and touchdown, Nebraska. So easy pickings for Nebraska on offense so far. 2 drives for the Minks end in safeties. 2 plays for Nebraska end in touchdown runs. And it is 17-0 very early here. Yeah, that's Tiffany Wright with just too much speed to convert the extra point. So that'll bring us back to a more normal score, 17-0 Nebraska. Only just over 4 minutes into the game. There we can see the touchdown run to the right this time. First time was right sideline. Second time left sideline, about the same spot. So two rushes for about 60 yards for Tiffany Wright, and pretty good field position for Minnesota as Krogstad picks up the ball and has a nice little return. Avoids a couple of tackles there. Nice shiftiness to get across the 40. Best field position for the Minks so far. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line, trying to get something going on offense. Had a 4-yard run to get something positive to start right about at the Minnesota 41. Hanback, handoff to the left. Cario is swarmed under by about 4 Nebraska tacklers short of the line of scrimmage. Looks like that's 39 Jessica Stewart leading the charge there, along with 29 Latika Thompson teaming up on the tackle. So 2nd and about 13 for the Minks here from their own 38. Leading the charge there, along with 29. Did trick to get that yardage back. So 3rd and about 11 for the Minks here. About 9:14 left in the first quarter. The line to reach is the Pride 49, so they're going to have to get over midfield for a first down here. Did trick to get that yardage back. So 3rd and about 11. Punt is down to about the 35-yard line, taking on a hop. And there goes Wright again, off to the right, and she is going to be gone. 3rd touchdown of the game for Tiffany Wright. Picks up the punt from the 34-yard line and goes 66 yards on the return, and Nebraska is off to the races, 23-0. Yeah, low punt there, and this dangerous Tiffany Wright gets the ball with a head of steam, and just nobody can catch her. Great blocking, sealing things off down the sideline, and once again untouched for a 64-yard touchdown.
You ready for field goal?
So Tiffany Wright, the star of the show for Nebraska so far. 3 touchdowns, still not even halfway through the first quarter, and Nebraska is rolling 23-0. Here's the extra point attempt from Winterer. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is through. So extra point converted, 24-0. Nebraska out to the early lead here. Minks still trying to find anything positive. Here's a replay of that punt. Low line drive there, and just outside edge completely sealed off. Easy pickings for Wright down the sideline. So Pride will kick off again. Minks getting run off the field right now. I've got to figure out some way to slow the ball down, either by getting something going on offense or defense or special teams. Need anything to give them a spark right now, as Nebraska has thoroughly outclassed them in the first half of the first quarter here. Dominating performance, dominating one-sided performance so far for the Nebraska Pride. As a winner will line up to kick off again. Fourth kickoff already for Nebraska. That one's high up in the air and going to land short. Going to be picked up about the 28-yard line by the Minks. Returned out to close to the 40 again, so decent field position on that return. That one was that was picked up by Hurd. I was having a hard time reading the number there. And Minks will have it 1st and 10 once again. Another chance on offense from about the their own 39-yard line. Haven't had anything going their way yet. No first downs. Only a couple of positive run plays. No completed passes. So Minnesota looking for something to get themselves going. And there's another high snap over the quarterback's head. And tries to fall on the ball. That was Tricarico, number 27, but let's see if she got on top of it there. Refs are unsorting everything. And it's going to be Nebraska football as they fall on the fumble. There's Trick holding that elbow there. Let's get another look at that play. Just another high snap again. Just can't quite get on the ball, kicks it there, and it looks like ball is just loose, and it's 7 and 57 for Nebraska. 57 is Sean Taylor McConnell, and 7 Nakia Lee. Tricarico is on the sideline being attended to, having that right arm looked at. Nebraska back to pass, off to the left, wide open, number 8-15. That is going to be in for another Nebraska touchdown to 15, Nicole Skolnick. That is Tiffany Wright, first pass attempt and an easy touchdown. So every offensive play plus a punt return Nebraska has scored on and are off to the races here. Only 7 minutes into the game, and it is 30-0. Nebraska lined up for the try, going to hand it off to number 0 and in for the try. Now, so that is a 2-point conversion right up the middle, and Nebraska out to a 32-0 lead as MJ Winter takes it right in, untouched for the conversion. Here's the pass from about the 21-yard line. Just off to the left, and all alone is a 15 Skolnick. So that is Meyer's 9th touchdown pass of the year, and for receiving for Skolnick, that is her 2nd touchdown reception. So we saw very good numbers for Nebraska, and that is continuing so far tonight as they are running the Minks out of the building so far, leading 32-0 halfway through the first quarter. Here's a kickoff, takes a one hop to, that is 21 Hurd. Not much room to go as she's going backwards a little bit and will be pulled down at about the 30-yard line. So Nebraska's special teams swarming down there. So 1st and 10 for Minnesota at the 31-yard line. trying to get anything going on offense here. Hahn back up there, lined up in the pistol formation. 2 wide, running back behind, and that ball is on the ground again, and Nebraska has it again. Just that time the snap didn't even get back to her, and another fumble, and things are just unraveling for Minnesota here. Let's get a look and see if we can. Snap just didn't go anywhere, just kind of dribbled straight on the ground and looked like number 30 for the Pride. Just Sadie's Russell just falls right on it. So just when you think things can't go much worse, another turnover, and Nebraska, who is already way up here early in the game, has the ball at the 30-yard line. Number 0, MJ Winter in behind quarterback Meyer now. Throw off to the left, completed to number 80, the big tight end, trying to bring her down, and they are not going to be able to do it, as that is going to be number 80, Alicia Noble, for the touchdown, just bullying past Minx defenders, and it is 39-0 with 7:45 left to go in the first quarter. Just too big and strong, and running right through those arm tackles and into the end zone. Look at that stiff arm there. And everything going right for Nebraska. Every offensive play they've run, I think, has been a touchdown plus a punt return, 2 safeties, and I mean, you start running out of things to say at some point. It's 38-0 here in the first quarter. Number 0, the Winter, who has been busy out there kicking extra points today. That is a low snap, line drive, and it does sneak through there for the extra point. So another extra point through 39 to rip Nebraska way out in front here in the first quarter. 7:42 still left in the first quarter. And just there's like no sustained flow to the game, because there really hasn't been a drive at all. Everything has been a quick 3 and out, and then Minnesota with some trouble getting the snaps back to the quarterback, and just a rough game out there, as the Minks absolutely getting run off the field at this point. So Winter back to kick from the setup at the 35-yard line again. Once again, it's going to be Hurd and Krogstad back deep for the Minks to receive, trying to make something happen. Kick received at about the 30-yard line, and that's going to be 21. Hurd is up to about the 38-yard line, where the Minks will take another crack at it. Last 2 plays have been fumbled snaps to Nebraska. Like I say, they just need to find something to stem some of this momentum and get something going here. It's already looking like it's going to be a really long evening, but try to find some pride, so to speak, to fight back a little bit after Nebraska has just been steamrolling to start off this game. Hahn back in the pistol again. High snap, handoff, and that's going to be to nothing doing there for the Minks. That is going to be number 23, Jennifer Loken in. Loss of 7 on that play, 2nd and 17. So going backwards again, Minnesota the 31. 2nd and long. Here's a snap, handoff to Loken once again, and once again swarmed behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be number 6, Stambaugh Smith, throwing her down for another loss. It's going to be a loss of about 3, 3rd and 20. Hahn back in the pistol, 3rd and 20. Back to pass, looking left, and popped up in the air by number 10, Tiffany Wright, but cannot make the play. It'll fall incomplete. Intended receiver over there was, I believe, number 15, Krogstead on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Yep, just underthrew that ball a little bit, and Wright got underneath it. So Minnesota once again will go 3 and out and be forced to punt. Wright will be back to receive, and 33 Hopkins back to kick. High snap, ball does get away, not too much on it though. We'll get a bit of a Minnesota roll and go out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So punt of about. Oh, did somebody get a deflection on it? That's, yep, did 29. That was 29 in there. Lakita Thompson does get the deflection, so punt will end up going for about a 15-yard net. So Nebraska will start off once again. About 6 minutes left in the first quarter here, already up 39-0, and have been able to do basically everything they've wanted on offense and defense so far. Number 12, Meyer back in the pistol formation, has thrown 1 pass and 1 touchdown, but other than that on offense, it's been pretty much the Tiffany Wright show. There's another pitch to Wright off to the left, and she's got another opening, and tackled that time for about an 8-yard gain. So there you go. They actually managed to stop Wright before she gets to the end zone. So you take your positives where you can at this point. That'll be a gain of about 9 though, so nice first down gain for Nebraska. Second and about 1. Crowd trying to get into it. Good spirited crowd here today is trying to give a little bit of a lift to the Minks out there, encourage them to fight on. Back to pass, throw over the middle, wide open. That's going to be number 31 for a touchdown, Britt Peterson. Open over the middle, perfect strike, and that will be a touchdown of about 32 yards. Actually, we're going to call it 34 officially. Perfect strike up the middle. And the Pride once again rolling down the field every time they get the ball. 45 in the first quarter. And we'll get an opportunity for a different kicker. It's going to be, looks like Alicia Noble is going to take a crack at one of these extra points. Snap is low, kick is up, and through. So Noble comes in for an extra point and puts one through. And the Pride take a 46-0 lead. Game recap, there's a lot to go through. Minnesota got the ball first, went backwards, and a high snap on a punt led to a safety. And every time Nebraska has their second drive, They were also safetied on a sack, and every time Nebraska has touched the ball, they've gone down the field with minimal resistance. That two-play drive was their longest of the day. Everything else has been a single play and a touchdown. Really complete dominance from Nebraska so far. No really other way to spin it than that. So Minnesota will get the ball once again and take another crack at it, see if they can get anything going here positive. Here's the kick, is received by 21 Hurd with a good head of steam, spins out of a tackle there, and will get across the 40-yard line, pretty close to the 45. So decent starting field position for Minnesota. And there's 23 Loken. Looks like she's shaken up on the play. Training staff will head onto the field as the officials take a timeout there. There we can see the Minnesota Minx schedule coming ahead. First game against Cedar was their first victory in Division III. Now they are Division III. There are below Pro. There are 3 divisions. Minnesota is in the lowest division after spending the last several seasons at the developmental level. Got their first D3 win this year, and obviously have had a couple of rough outings against Division II teams, continuing to today again against the Division II Nebraska Pride. Have been very impressive so far. But Minnesota does get the ball at the 45. Chance to another drive, another chance to get something going here. At this point, the game is pretty much spun out of hand quickly. There's 4:51 left to go in the first quarter still, and Nebraska just having their way, moving up and down the field, stuffing everything the Minks tried to do. 2 receivers wide, pistol formation, 1 running back back. Running back behind there is 30. And handoff, that's 32, I believe. Straight ahead for a few yards. I'm sorry, that's going to be 42. Check that. 42 Otterson, I believe, on that play. Straight ahead for about 3 yards, 2nd and 7. So Otterson listed as a linebacker on the depth chart, trying to get somebody with a little bit of size, trying to pound it ahead and maybe get something moving that way against this big Nebraska defensive line that's been pretty much bottling up everything the Minks have tried to do so far. 2nd and 7. Handoff. And once again, it's going to be Otterson. Not much going that time, as it's 29 Latika Thompson off the edge to make the stop in the backfield. Back to about the original line of scrimmage. Actually, a loss of about 2. We'll call it 3rd and 9. So Minnesota about their own 46. Need to reach the Nebraska 45 for a first down. Have started with the ball at about the 40 a couple times, but have not managed a first down yet in this first quarter, or to venture into Nebraska territory. See if they can change that in an obvious passing situation here. Nebraska coming up and showing blitz, and that's going to be offside. That's jumping too quick is going to be number 30 for the Pride, Sadie's Russell. Just showing blitz and getting a little bit ahead of herself there. Trying to time the snap, but got through the line before the ball, unabated to the quarterback, so the refs blow it dead. They'll march it ahead 5 yards to the Nebraska 49, and that'll be the first foray into Nebraska territory for the Minks. And they get a chance at a third and medium here to see if they can get a first down and get something sustained going here. Pistol formation for Hahn, 3rd and 4. And the snap kind of bumping into each other, and that's going to be 45. That's going to be Jennifer, or that's 45. Check that. But run to the left and not much going there. Going backwards, we have Nebraska players shaking up on the play. That'll be 46, Leah Moen, excuse me, there. Just a swarm of Nebraska tacklers, and it looks like that's going to be 39, Jessica Stewart. Or no, I'm sorry, 29, Latika Thompson, who is going to be down for the Pride, holding her knee there. So we'll... Thompson been in on quite a few plays on defense for the Pride so far, so hopefully she's not injured too badly. They're working on the lower leg there. And for the injury there, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with more WFA football on HCTV after this.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores! The Raiders, can they get the lip? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God!
And reaching up and making the play.
It's moving!
It's over! Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
One! Touchdown Raiders!
Whoa.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, my friend Jay and I are looking for our dream home, something big. Right now I feel like I'm living on top of him.
Great, let's talk mortgages.
Wait, your bank is looking...
Cozy? Yeah, we like personal interactions. But as you can see, our vault still has plenty of space for our customers' dreams.
Wow.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
All right, we're back. 29 Thompson, you can see limping off the field there, but under her own power, able to get off without assistance. So that's a good sign, not having to be stretchered off. So 4th and about 6, and the Minks will punt it here with about 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. Down huge to Nebraska, 46-0. Just nothing been. And there's a low snap. Punt is up, does get away. Received at about the 25-yard line by Wright. Cutting right, cuts inside a tackle, back to the middle, and going to be dragged down just inside of Minks territory, about the 48-yard line. So big return there, about 26 yards on the play. Start setting up the Nebraska Pride on the other side of midfield again. Wright been the star of the show offensively for Nebraska so far. So Nebraska will get the ball again. 1st and 10 from the Minnesota 48. Have marched down and scored every time they've had the ball. About 1:10 left to go in the first quarter here, and you can already see that score. That is not a misprint, folks. And up the middle, it's going to be 10 and tackled for a gain after a gain of about 7 or 8 is Tiffany Wright. And untouched for about 7 or 8 yards, but then wrapped up for a tackle. 2nd down. Actually call it about 2nd and 5. Meyer back, hands off to, that is 85, Angela Brazil Menard on the run for about a 3-yard gain, 3rd and 2. Brought down there by a couple of Minx tacklers, among them 42 J.C. Otterson. And they are going to run off the first quarter, and that'll be it for the first. A long first quarter for the Minx as Nebraska absolutely pounds them up and down the field for the first 15 minutes. 46-0 lead, and we will take a commercial break, and we'll be right back for the second on HCTV.
Who are we? We are artists. We are entertainers. We are storytellers. We are teachers. We keep you informed. We follow the action. Who are we? We are Hastings Community TV.
Brazil Menard in the backfield behind Brittany Meyer. Now splitting off to the left, it's going to be Meyer herself taking it up the middle, and will have the first down, tackled at about the 29-yard line. Pickup of about 11 on the play.
So along your main defense.
So 1st and 10 Nebraska at the 29. They are going down the field pretty quickly, but honestly, this is probably the hardest the Minks have made the Nebraska offense work so far. Snap back to Mayer. Throw off to the left and will fall incomplete, short of 31. Britt Peterson, the intended receiver, comes up just a little bit short. First incomplete pass for Mayer this afternoon. 2nd and 10. Second and 10, 13:40 left to go in the second quarter. Mayer back in the pistol formation. Back to pass again. Scrambling, and gets away from one tackler and away from another, and will be pushed out after about a gain of 3 or 4. So the Minks getting back and getting a little bit of pressure that time. Forcing Mayer out of the pocket and scramble for a short gain. Call it 2, 3rd and 8. Third and 8 upcoming 28-yard line. 4 wides, 2 left, 2 right, 1 running back in the pistol. And it's going to be a hand up right up the middle. Big gap up the middle, and rumbling to about the 5-yard line is going to be 85 Brazil Menard. So they spread out the Minks that time with 4 wide receivers and just ran right up the middle for a gain of about 23 yards on the play. Down at about the 5-yard line, so 1st and goal for Nebraska. We'll call it the 4, actually. Four wide again. Mayer once again out of the pistol with Brazil Menard in the backfield. And it's going to be a pass off to the right and a little bit too far for 72 Tricia Saboto. Fallen just out of her reach, second down. $11:30 left to go here in the second quarter. That scoreboard you see on the bottom tells the tale of the game so far. The Nebraska Pride have been dominant, marching it up and down the field against the Minks. Minnesota trying for a goal line stand here. Second down. Throw off to the left, and that's going to be fumbled. And incomplete is what the refs say. It was intended for number 10 right, just never got control of the ball. Let's get another look at it here. Throw off to the right. I just don't think you can't really see from that angle, but the ref says bobbling it the whole time, so never had control. So third down and goal, from the 4-yard line for Nebraska. Pistol formation once again, 4 spread wide. Brazil Menard in the backfield behind Tiffany Mayer, and it's going to be Mayer herself. Run the option. There's the pitch to 85. Brazil Menard in for a Pride touchdown. So option run to perfection there, and yet another touchdown for Nebraska. Minnesota slowed them down a little bit more than they had on any previous drive, but it ends the same way that every offensive Nebraska's drive has ended so far today, with a 6.
One kicker holder. One kicker holder.
So attempting the extra point will be Alicia Noble yet again, getting her second attempt at an extra point. Good snap. Kick is up, and kick is dead down the center. It is good. So tack on one more for Nebraska as they push the lead to 53-0. 7 offensive possessions, 7 touchdowns, and 2 safeties. Here's the replay. Kind of see drawing a perfect option, drawing in that defender off the corner. Puts the flip right on time, right into the chest of the runner, and she walks in untouched for the Pride touchdown. So Nebraska will line up to kick it off with the big lead here, 9:45 left in the first half. 53 to rip, Nebraska leading it. MJ Winter will kick off. Line drive will be out of bounds. Illegal procedure on Nebraska, and the ref is standing at the 40, so that is where they'll set up, and that is, I believe, where the Minks will take it over. Actually, looks like they're setting the ball at... Spot the ball 5 yards ahead of where it went out of bounds. Okay, so that's what they're doing there. So actually a little bit better field position for the Minks. We'll start things out at the 45-yard line as they try to get their first things going on offense. No first downs, nothing really of note yet for Minnesota, as Nebraska has just controlled this game from the outset and really laid down a beating. So see what Minnesota can find here, see if they can get something going on this drive. Snap back to new quarterback. That's going to be 15 Krogstad. Gets the ball and has a defender in her face right off the bat. Tries to get outside to the right, but dragged down for a loss of about 2 on the play. taken down by 31 Britt Peterson on the play, 2nd and 12. About 7:40 left to go in the second here. Crosstead takes the snap. Handoff, that's going to be to, is that 31, Catherine Guana there, and she has nowhere to go. Tackled for a loss. That's going to go back about 5 more yards. It's going to be a 3rd and 17 on the play. As, yeah, Minnesota just can't get anything going, just going backwards. Nebraska is penetrating the line and imposing their will on offense, defense, special teams pretty much all afternoon long so far. Third and long for the Minks. Here's a snap. Handoff, just kind of a bit of confusion, but a little bit of a gap there for that is Guana. Forward for about 6 yards on the play, but it will be still 4th and long. A little bit of a rough exchange, but does find a little bit of a seam and get a few yards, but way behind the 6, and the Minks will be forced to punt once again. It's going to be 33 Hopkins back there, sending the ball away once again for the Minks. Punt is away, and will sail out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, and that's where Nebraska will take over. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to mark it up ahead at, looks like about the 39-yard line is where Nebraska, they're going to say it went out of bounds. Refs are going to mark it, and Nebraska will take over 1st and 10, already with a monstrous 53-0 lead here. Last drive was about the most resistance Minnesota has given, at least slowing them down and making them drive for, there might have been 7 or 8 plays there. First couple drives, it was 1 touch to Tiffany Wright and a touchdown. Mayer still in there for Nebraska. Back to pass on 1st down and going deep, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for number 3, Olivia Kubrick, and that is 33 Hopkins, I believe, on the coverage. Let's get another look at it on the replay. Yep, Hopkins able to just face guarding a little bit, but and managed to keep the ball from being completed. 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Minks pitch to the left. That is going to be 15. Up, breaks a tackle and another one before running out of bounds. That is going to be 15, Nicole Skolnick, who will have enough for a Pride 1st down. Gain of about 15 on the play. So yet another 1st down for Nebraska as they are into Minx territory once again. Time running down here in the 2nd quarter, about 3:30 to go. First and 10 from about the 47. Mayer swinging out left is 15, and that ball is, they're going to say that is straight across. I was wondering if that was going to be a backwards pass at first, but a ref say no, incomplete, as Mayer was trying to swing it out to 15 Skolnick. No, it was forward. It started from the 43 and it landed about the 43 and a half. It's kind of the crooked angle that I'm at. I was wondering if it was backwards at first, but no, good call by the ref there. It was a forward pass, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. 2 split left and right. Number 0 to the left is running back. In there to block. Throw across the middle is going to be caught by number 17. That is Aaron Marty. It was got a first down yardage, a gain of about 18 on that play.
Passing play for number 17, Aaron Marty, is complete. Marty also for the game.
So another first down for Nebraska. They set up at the 28-yard line. 4 wide pistol formation. That's pretty much been the standard set they've been running out of. Handoff to number 0, Winterer. She will be ahead for a gain of about 8 yards on first down. Just running straight ahead into the teeth of that Minx defense and coming away successful yet again. Second and 2 at the 20. Time running down here in the second quarter, about 1:29 to go. Nebraska still in the huddle, plenty of time, and also 3 timeouts as well. Four wide again, Mayer back. Pass to the left, that's to Wright, and Wright cuts back to the inside, has room, and she is in for yet another touchdown. Touchdown, Nebraska. I believe that is at least 4 for Tiffany Wright tonight, if I'm not mistaken, and that'll run the score to 59-0, just inside a minute left in halftime. You see just the elusiveness of right there, and Minnesota has no answers for her as she cuts it inside and goes untouched once again to the house. Actually, somebody might have gotten a hand on there, but was not able to slow her down. Adie Noble back once again in there for the PAT. Second kicker Nebraska's used, and she hits her 3rd in a row, puts it through the uprights, and with about a minute left to go in the first half, 60-0 Nebraska. So Nebraska kicking off yet again. I mean, I will say the one thing you can say, a vast improvement from the first quarter when Minnesota gave up, I believe, 46 points. Only 14 here in the second quarter for Nebraska. They at least made them work for it a little bit, and instead of 1-play drives, it's 6 or 7-play drives. But the result has been the same. Nebraska has been dominant, marching up and down the field on every play, and really taking it to the Minks this afternoon. So this is going to be number 12. Mayer is actually going to take a kickoff for Nebraska. Here's the kick. Low line drive is going to be, missed by 21. Hurd, she's got it about the 15-yard line. Cuts inside, but swarmed under by several Nebraska Pride tacklers, led by 85 Angela Brazil Menard. So Minnesota will start with about 35 seconds left, deep in their own territory at the 17-yard line. Minnesota from the 18, it's going to be Krogstead in at quarterback again. 2 receivers split, and it's going to be handoff up the middle, and not much doing there. I'll get a number for you in a second on that runner. It is going to be 86 Brianna Lowry, and that will do it for the first half, with Nebraska leading 60-0 at halftime. So, yeah, I mean, the scoreboard tells the tale. Nebraska dominated that first half. They went up and down the field, scored on every possession. Minnesota did not manage a first down on offense, and well, that's about it. We are going to take a break for halftime, so stay tuned. There you see our halftime score. We'll get some ad breaks for you, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Oh, hey there. Do you like HCTV?
That's one small step for Hastings and one giant leap for community television.
Do you want a custom video that promotes your business or organization and gives you the results you're looking for? As an HCTV sponsor, our staff will work with your business or organization to create a custom video to promote your brand. You also have an option of getting a shout out in every sporting event we cover. And that's 3 points for your business. So support HCTV today! Go to hastingstv.org/sponsors for more information or to give a one-time donation.
Hey everybody, back at you for the second half of WAFA football here on HCTV. Minnesota Minx, a rough first half as Nebraska pretty much completely owned the play, racing out to a 60-0 lead. So it's going to be down to learning time and see if Coach Grant Palmer can coach them up and get them prepped for some Division 3 games down the stretch against teams in there at their own level. Nebraska playing down at Division 2 against the Division 3 Minks, who are new members of the WFA this year. So 60-0 scoreboard. Minks, who got the opening kickoff, will kick away to Nebraska, who has scored on every offensive possession so far today, added in a couple of safeties for the 60-0 score we have before you. Kickoff is going to be received by number 10, Tiffany Wright, the star of the first half. She is cutting towards the sidelines, 45, 50, and cuts back inside to the Minnesota 38. So nice return for Wright, who has been a offensive wrecking crew for the Pride, scoring one touchdown on a punt return, I believe, at least 2 rushing and 1 receiving. So First and 10 at the Minnesota 37, with the score being what it is going to be running time going forward in the second half. First quarter was just kind of a house of horrors for Minnesota, those of you joining us late. First drive went backwards for a safety, and then one play drive for Nebraska, and then another safety and a one-play drive. Some botched snaps, some fumbles to give it deep in Nebraska territory. 46-0 after one. And there's a pitch to the left. It's going to be to 15. Skolnick has got some room up to the 15, 20-15, 10-5. And that is another touchdown for Nebraska. Untouched for 38 yards. Some shifty moves there as started off to the right, cuts back to the inside. And we do have a flag down on the play at about the 20-yard line. There is a flag down on the field. Referee is pointing, so may have been an illegal. Oh, actually, it's a. Yep, that is. They are marching it back. We'll get the call from the referee. That is Tyler Down here. Personal foul on Nebraska. So it looked like a downfield. Let's see if we can pick it up. It should be about the 15-yard line. If it's a chop block or something downfield. Was that it there? That blindside block at about the 15-yard line. That must have been what the referee is saying. So they'll march him back 15. So it's going to be first and about 4 after they move the ball back. Refs are calling time and see if they're going to get that if they're going to reset something here. Nope, they've got it set where they want. It's going to be first and 4 from about the 30 as the infraction was way downfield. Pass to the left, wide open but underthrown. That is number 2. Kubrick is the offensive receiver, and Mayer just underthrew that one. Just couldn't get enough underneath it. Number 20, Josetta Castingway on the defense for Minnesota. So second and 4 from the 30-yard line. Two receivers right, 2 left, 1 setback, pistol formation for the Pride. Pretty much has been their standard formation all day. That's a handoff up the middle and a little bit of room. Dragged down from behind at about the 22-yard line, but that's going to be a first down for number 15, Skolnick. Gain of 8 on the play. First and 10 from the Minnesota 23. 12:20 left in the first quarter. Pretty good crowd out today here at Bakken Field at Harding High School. A few hundred in the stands in front of us. Nice to see a few fans filled in the Nebraska side. The concession stand was pretty full at halftime, so good to see a lively crowd out here today trying to cheer the Minks on, get some going. Pass over the middle. That's going to be dropped over by number 2, Kubrick, once again, the intended receiver. Throw was on, just couldn't quite squeeze it, and it'll be second down and 10. Second and 10 from the 23. Just again, 4 wide, motion from right to left. And throw across is going to be dropped by number 17. That is Aaron Marty, intended receiver on the wide receiver screen. Cannot bring it in. Third down. So it is running time. We are down under 10:50 to go in the third quarter here. Opening drive of the second half for Nebraska. Meyer back to pass, Throw to the left, end zone, but incomplete to number Q Kubrick. She looked over her wrong shoulder at first. It looked over her inside shoulder. Ball went to the outside and could not adjust and get under it, and it will be 4th down. I would think they're probably going to go for it too. Probably a little bit long. It would be about a 40-yard field goal if you don't have a field goal kicker you trust from that range. No sense in punting it from here, so Nebraska will go for it, and Minnesota looking for their first stop of the game to get a little bit of positive momentum, something they can take with them. Snap to Mayer, pass up the middle, and that is going to be caught down at the 5-yard line by Kubrick. So 4th down conversion for Nebraska. The Minks managed to push him to 4th, but completion there, Mayer to Kubrick. Nice catch going down to her knees at about the 6-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Pride at about the 6. 15 Skolnick behind Mayer. The handoff will be to her. Cutting to the left, getting outside, and will get the corner and get the touchdown, Nebraska. So Minks close to getting a stop on 4th down there for the first time today, but Kubrick comes up with the 4th down catch, and Skolnick puts it in from 5 yards out. Just too fast to the corner for these Nebraska players. There's both Skolnick and Tiffany Wright just have not been able to be contained by the Minnesota defense, and Nebraska puts another 6 up and goes up 66-0. High snap, rolling out to the right is Skolnick, and she is going to be brought down, so no good on the conversion. Keep that score at 66. Yep, 15 Skolnick took the high snap and was really nothing else to do but try to scramble and make something happen. And the Minks shut it down, so Minnesota will now get their first attempt of the 3rd quarter with 9:02 remaining in the 3rd. Clock stop now, but it will be running time once we get the kickoff. Going to be number 0 Winterer kicking off. 15 Krugstead and 21 Hurd back for the Minks to receive at about their 25-yard line. Winter with the kickoff. High pop-up is going to land between the 2 receivers, and it's going to be Hurd chasing it down at about the 20, circling back, but is going to be taken down immediately by 42. That is Ang Bennett with a nice special teams play to put Minnesota down and make them start back at the 20. Ball kind of rolls right between both of them, and there you can see Bennett firing down to make that tackle immediately. No return on the play. So the Minks will take over at their own 20-yard line, looking for something positive on offense. Anything, first down, positive play. Just it's been pretty much nothing doing for the Minks on either side of the ball so far today, as you can see by the score. But at this point, like I say, the coaching staff, I think, looking for something positive to take into their league games, maybe give them a little bit of confidence, doing something positive in the second half of this game. Snap back to Hahn, empty backfield, throw off to the left, and almost intercepted by 39 Jessica Stewart, who could not quite drag that one down, or she would have walked into the end zone for a pick six. That just a little bit above her fingertips, intended for 15 Krugstead on the play, 2nd and 10. Timeout called by the Minks. So they'll get over to the sideline with Coach Palmer and talk it over, see what they can try to do to get something positive happening on offense in a game that has been all Nebraska all afternoon. Hey, thanks again while we got a minute here to everybody that tuned in for Minx football. This is their first year at the Division III level. As we've mentioned a couple times, have been at the developmental level for the last 2 seasons. The only team in the WFA to partner with a pro division team. That is the top division in the Women's Football Alliance. One of the original teams who started off this league in 1999 as a barnstorming team, 2 teams that toured the country, and the league has grown out of there. So first year in Division III and trying to move up the ladder here, running into a tough Division II opponent who's really had their way with them all game. Pistol formation, low snap, throw off to the left is going to be off the fingertips of 15. That is Krugstead, incomplete, 3rd down. Down to 6:36 left in the 3rd quarter as we have running time all half with the extreme deficit on the scoreboard. Madison Hine, pistol formation, 3 wide to the right. Pass off to the left is going to be caught by number 15, Skolnick, or I'm sorry, 15 Krugstead, excuse me, but that is going to be short of the 1st down. Pass gain of about 7 on the play, 4th and 3. An official timeout as there is a Minx player down in the backfield. We'll see if we can get a number on that player. 73, that is going to be, I don't have a 73, 75 maybe? 78, that is, yes, Chantel Bolio, offensive lineman out of Bloomington. Looks okay, walking off a little gingerly, but looks to be walking just fine, so might be a wind knocked out of her situation here. Go to the sideline and chatting with the trainer, seems no worse for wear. So 4th and 3, Minnesota will choose to punt. Hopkins back deep, and it's going to be number 10, Tiffany Wright, deep for the Pride. High spiraling punt, received by Wright, muffs it at about the 50-yard line, picks it up, cuts it outside, and still has a bit of room to run, still on her feet, is going to be dragged down by several Minx tacklers at about the 36-yard line. So high spiraling punt that time, and Wright had a little bit of trouble controlling it, but still able to get about 15 yards or so on that return to set up the Pride in excellent field position once again as the clock continues to run. Under 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Nebraska in full control of this game from pretty much the opening kickoff. Minnesota took the first kickoff of the game, went backwards, tried punting from deep in their own territory, and a high snap led to a safety and a 2-0 Nebraska lead, and it's been more of the same since then. 3 receivers left, 1 right for Nebraska. Mayer back to, actually, no, it's going to be a draw play to number 85, Brazil Menard. Lots of room up the right side, and she is going to rumble into the end zone for another Pride touchdown. 36 yards. 37 officially on the play, and 72 on the board for the Pride as Minnesota continues to have no answers for this Nebraska attack. And we'll get another look at the play here. Just a simple handoff to the left. Right finds a crease there, and just nobody able to bring the big number 85 down.
One kicker holder, 3 kicker.
And we've got number 0 Winter back in, the kicker that started the game, and back in for the second half. Nicole Skolnick on the hold. And that's a low snap, and Skolnick is again going to have to eat the ball. So really the only trouble Nebraska is having is a couple of extra points not able to be converted due to special teams snapping issues, but hasn't slowed them down too much as the score is 72-0. Nebraska has scored on every drive so far, and Minnesota does not have a first down yet, so pretty much a perfect storm all the way around, complete one-sided domination from this Nebraska team as you get another look at this run from Brazil Menard cruising into the end zone for another touchdown. Winter again will get another kickoff opportunity. She'll be busy. She's been busy today, as have been Krogstead and Hurd returning for the. Actually, do we have the same 2 back there? Yes, I believe we do.
15.
There's the kickoff, and it's going to be Krogstead on a hop from about the 28-yard line up to the 35-40 and up near midfield. Nice return. So the Minks will start it in decent field position here right at the midfield stripe. So nice return for Krogstead, about 25 yards there to get something positive going for the Minks. Let's see if they can punch one into the end zone here and get something positive happen. Well, let's start off with the first down. Let's start with the first down, and then we can, we'll go from there. Nine Hahn back in an empty set, 2 receivers right. 2 tight, it looks like. Actually, we're missing calling in a player that's supposed to be behind her, so that's 91 Miller, it looks like. And a fumbled snap once again, and nowhere to go for Hahn as she is swarmed under by the Nebraska defense. That'll be a sack for a loss of about 10 yards. Actually, call it about 6 yards or 7. Yeah, call it a loss of about 7 where the refs blew it dead, 2nd and 17. So once again, troubles on the center quarterback exchange. Just that's the kind of thing that's been, anytime Minnesota has gotten a sniff momentum, a positive run or a positive play, things like that have just been driving them backwards. 2 tight ends, 2 wide, 1 running back, and it's going to be a handoff to 46. Got some room off to the left, and is going to run very near a first down. That is going to be 46, Leah Moen on the play. Gain of about 16. Best offensive play for the Minks by far today. As Moen showing a little bit of quickness getting that corner and getting... And they're gonna say a first down right at the 40-yard stripe. The first down for the Minks with 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. That's just like the type of game it's been today. But let's see if Minnesota can get some momentum going off of there. too wide. It's going to be a handoff to Moan once again, and spins through a couple defenders for a couple yards there. Nebraska had her lined up behind the line of scrimmage, but a little bit of shiftiness there, getting loose and getting at least a positive gain. Nice little spin move there. Another spin move, but brought down. It's 42. Bennett for the Pride on the stop. 2nd and 8. Moan in the backfield once again besides Hahn. 2 receivers right. Back to pass. Throw off to the left, and it's going to be caught by number 21. That is going to be Anthena Hurd, and that's going to be another first down for the Minks. So gain of about 10 on the play. Something positive going for Minnesota as the fans starting to get into it, staying behind the Minks and trying to fire them up. So really good crowd here today. Staying through this, early growing pains for the Minks here and trying to urge them along, and be nice to see them make a trip into the end zone. But that is going to be, I believe, in the 4th quarter, as that is going to be the gun at the end of the 3rd. So Minnesota is finally getting a drive going, and will head to the 4th quarter trying to put something on the scoreboard as Nebraska leads it after 3, 72-0. We will take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back for the 4th.
How can I help you today?
I don't think I'm in the right place. I have big dreams, like crab brewery-sized dreams.
I like it.
Your bank is very,
Cozy?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We prefer more personal interactions. We dedicate the majority of our space to our customers' dreams.
Wow. Look at that.
I know, it never gets old.
Wow, this is way bigger than your office.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores! The Raiders, can they get the lift? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God!
And reaching up and making the play.
It's moving!
It is over!
Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
Gone! Touchdown, Raiders!
All right, back here at you for the 4th quarter. All Nebraska so far, but Minnesota has a little bit of a drive going here. Started at the 50, are now down inside the Nebraska 30-yard line. This is their deepest penetration of the day by far. Actually, first couple of first downs they've gotten towards the end of that 3rd quarter there. There's a handoff once again. Sweeping to the outside, has the corner, down to the 25, 20-yard line. A little bit of a spark with Leah Moan coming in at running back, and showing a little bit of shiftiness there, and that's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards. Moan, a little bit of a water bug out there, just got that quite a bit of speed to catch that edge, and have Minnesota set up ahead of the sticks now, 2nd and 3, so kind of open up the whole playbook here and do whatever you want. Hahn in the pistol, Moan behind her again, 2 receivers split right, tight end to the left. Throw off to the left, and just a little bit of miscommunication there as that one falls incomplete. Krugstead did not look back for it, as I believe they were shooting for her, although there were 2 receivers in the area for Minnesota. 3rd and 3. Obviously, this situation of the game in this part of the field, you are looking at 4-down territory here, so I think you do still have your entire playbook opened up on 3rd and 3. again with the handoff, and that is going to be nothing doing there. That is 28 Karen Navarro, who gets dropped for a loss right at the 25-yard line. And let's see if I can get the tackle on that. Storming through number 42, Ange Bennett, just blowing that play up before it can get going. So fourth and about 5-yard line, fourth and about 5 yards to go from the 29-yard line of Nebraska. Minnesota, of course, going to go for it here in this situation. Too close to punt, too far to kick it. Back to pass, and that is going to be incomplete. 3 Nebraska players were going for the interception and kind of all bounced into each other as the ball lands on the ground, but it will be a turnover on downs. So Minks get a little bit of forward momentum going, get inside the 30-yard line, but they stall out there, and Nebraska will take it over on downs. So Nebraska will take over from the 24-yard line, leading it 72-0 already. Looks like we've got a new quarterback in that is going to be 85, Brazil Menard, taking snaps for the Pride. He's going to take the ball and almost a wildcat run straight ahead, and big number 85 takes a slew of Minx tacklers to bring her down after a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Just straight ahead and call it about 7 on the play. Second and 3. Brazil Menard back behind center again. It looks like the day may be done for Tiffany Mayer. Here's a throw across, almost intercepted by number 42. That is Otterson, but cannot, just out of her reach. The ball will fall incomplete. Third down. Number 2, Kubridge, the intended receiver there. 3rd and 3. Brazil Meyer with Skolnick behind her in the pistol formation. It'll be a handoff to Skolnick. Goes right and then cuts left and will have the first down and more across the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 8 on the play for Skolnick. First down, Pride. First and 10 from the 41-yard line for Nebraska. Coming up on 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. Running time here, of course. Snap to Brazil Menard, a little bit high. She'll keep it and head off to the left herself. Has a little bit of running room, has the sideline, and is going to be out of bounds after another Nebraska first down. Gain of about 13 on the play. So the Pride once again in Minx territory have been perfect today. 10 drives, 10 touchdowns. A couple of missed extra points has really been the only blotch on their record offensively. Add a couple of safeties in there as well is where we got the 72 from. First and 10 from the 46. Brazil Menard back to pass. Going to be complete to number 17. That is Erin Marty, and she has room. Torn down from behind at about the 26-yard line. That is going to be 40. We'll get a good look at that number there. 42, that is going to be J.C. Otterson on the tackle at about the 22. Erin Marty on the reception there. Another gain of about 24 for the for the Pride. Actually, make it about 21 on the gain for the Pride. Oh, and that is going to be a penalty on the Minks. I believe they might get a horse collar tackle, some sort of personal foul. It's going to be half the distance, and that is going to set up Nebraska inside the 15-yard line. First and goal at the 12, handoff to Skolnick. She's got room, and she is in for the touchdown from 13 yards out. So Nebraska once again takes the ball and marches right down the field for another touchdown. 11 for 11 on the day. Extremely impressive. Skolnick with a handful of touchdowns, right as well. A couple from Brazil Menard, and it has been completely one-sided game as Nebraska has just come out and put the boots to the Minks today. Winner back for another extra point attempt. Snap good. Kick is low and no good. So another missed extra point for Nebraska. It's really been the only glitch in their game today. 77-11, 11 touchdowns. But there was 2 safeties and a 2-point conversions in there. So I think 6 for 11 on extra points. So that's something they'll obviously want to work on a little bit. But other than that, not much for Nebraska to work on today, as they have been very impressive. Every time they've touched the ball, they've marched down the field, and they have pretty much stonewalled the Minx offense all game long. Minnesota did get a couple of first downs that last drive, so see if they can get some momentum and punch one in to kind of end this game on a little bit of a high note. About 7:50 left in the fourth quarter here. Winner once again to kick off. And this time it'll be 21 Hurd receiving the ball, and she has a little bit of room to run. Get it across the 40 to about the 42. And Thena Hurd takes that for about 15 yards. That'll set up the Minks 1st and 10 from the, I call it the 45-yard line. So decent field position once again. Madison Hahn will come out, and after getting a couple of first downs last time, see if they can get something, make something positive happen again. Looks like we're going to have 28 Navarro in the backfield. Back to pass. Pressure coming in, and a sack from, that is going to be 42. Ange Bennett just comes right through and sacks Hahn for a loss. And she is a little bit slow getting up. Loss of about 8 on the play, 2nd and 18. So Hahn walking a little bit gingerly, but she's going to hang in there, it looks like. Second and 18 from the 37-yard line. Under 6 minutes to play now in the game. Back to pass, throw to the left, and it's going to be deflected, incomplete, off the hands of 15 Krugstead. So 3rd and long coming up for the Minks again. All right, 3rd and 17 play. Snap back, play action. Throw out to the left, intercepted by Nebraska, and that's going to be brought back for a touchdown by number 31, Britt Peterson. So first interception for Nebraska today, and taking it back 4-6 is Peterson. Let's get another look at that. Throw off to the left and just kind of left it no man's land there. 45, about 45 on the return, and Nebraska up big, 84-0. So Winner in to attempt another extra point here. Have missed a couple of them today. Like I say, about the only thing negative that Nebraska coaches are going to have to talk about after this game. That one is up and through, however. 85-0. Down to about 4:30 left in the game, and one-sided affair pretty much all the way around. So once again, busiest player on the field, MJ Winner will line up for another kickoff. Once again, it's going to be 15 Krogstad and 21 Hurd back to receive for the Minks. Try to set them up with decent field position. And like I say, once again, basically here you're just looking for anything positive you can take out of this game. High kick. It's going to be received by Hurd there at about the 35. Across the 40. Avoids a tackle and gets down to about the 45. So that'll set up Minnesota near midfield, as the offense will come out once again trying to make something happen. So Minnesota huddling up once again, and I believe Han was a little shaky coming out, limping a little bit on that last drive. It looks like she's out again, and try to get something going for the Minks here, 1st and 10. Loaded up near the line of scrimmage. There's a pass off to the left, and nobody near that one. 2nd down. Looked like Krogstad was running a different route than Han was throwing on that one. 2nd down. Gonna have 2 receivers split left this time. One tight end to the right, running back, pistol formation. 2nd down snap is going to be a handoff, and breaking through and gaining a few yards. That's going to be once again number 46 Moen, who delivered a little bit of a spark in that last drive. Got a couple 1st down positive plays going. A little 4-11 back out of Bloomington, Minnesota, showing a little bit of shiftiness there. So 3rd and 6 coming up. Really kind of the only back that's been able to juke around the Nebraska defense and get something going positive here. Their defense has been pretty much swarming and on top of everything in the Minnesota backfield all game long. A back to pass, and that is going to be intercepted again by 31. Once again, Peterson, her second interception, as two Nebraska players bump into each other. That may have prevented another long return, but second straight drive ends in a Nebraska turnover, intercepted by Britt Peterson, 2nd and 2 drives. And that may very well run things out here with 1:11 left in the game. We'll see if Nebraska goes into the victory formation here to put a bow on this one. It looks like that's what we're setting up for here, and it is. Snap and a knee taken. I believe it's going to require one more, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. "20 seconds left. They're going to have to, I believe, snap it one more time. Nebraska does take a timeout with 2 seconds left. I think they ran the 30-second clock all the way down. 2nd and 16, so I think they'll probably empty the bench here and get everybody out for one more kneel down to end this. Mercifully for the Minks, it's Nebraska ran out to a 46-point lead and didn't look back. Here's Nebraska Pride schedule coming up. The Minnesota Vixen, the Pro League Minnesota team. That's going to be an interesting one in 6-8 as Minnesota travels down here to take on this very tough Nebraska team. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. And lined up deep in the actually, they're going to quick kick it here. Ball is going to be over the receiver's head and bounce and be downed at the 5-yard line. Kind of a little quick kick practice there for Nebraska. Their first punt of the game with 2 seconds left in the game. Kind of it ended their perfect string of scoring on every single drive. And that is it from here in St. Paul. Nebraska rolls the Minks 85-0. Hey, thanks for everybody that tuned in and listened to us. This is a presentation of HCTV WFA football. And you see a lot of spirit here from the Minnesota fans, which is nice to see them still, everybody hanging around and supporting the team. So get some handshakes at center field, and thank you to everybody at HCTV for putting this together. The Hunter Pinky has been your director and producer. I have been Johnny Stocker. Seth Essler, Ian Andrzejczyk, and Tori Selner have been on the cameras today, and Hunter Pinky has done the graphics and replay. Thanks to all the sponsors of HCTV, and once again, thank you to everybody that listens. Nebraska wins big over the Minks today. Have a good night, everybody.